Let's get more now on the fallout from this tragedy and go to CCTV's Jessica Stone. Jessica?
Well, certainly, Anand, at this point, very few people, if any, are assessing the infrastructure needs of the Philippines on the ground. All hands are needed to address the overwhelming humanitarian needs we saw Barnaby Lowe describe. But in the next few weeks, officials from the World Bank and other private investors will be trying to figure out just how much it's going to take to help rebuild the Philippines. This logistics business, the To Go Group, takes products from port to warehouse to home delivery. It's a company that depends on the Philippines' infrastructure. Mark Williams is a key investor.
The majority of the products that come to us internationally actually come through Manila. So we were very fortunate in the fact that Manila was spared the brunt of the storm, which went to our south. However, it is affecting us in some of our ports.
Even before Typhoon Haiyan cut a swath of destruction through the middle of the Philippines, its public infrastructure was ranked 113th out of 139 nations around the globe by the 2012 Global Competitiveness Report of the World Economic Forum. But as Philippine President Benigno Aquino has begun addressing corruption concerns, foreign direct investment has begun to wash ashore.
The Philippines over the last 6 months has been upgraded by all three major credit investment agencies to investment grade. We've actually been on the ground and investing in the Philippines since 2008. We've seen the Philippines go now 14 years of consecutive positive GDP growth. So it's just a message that I don't think has really gotten out to the foreign investment community. And hopefully, if any good can come out of this tragedy, it's that the international community does pay more attention to the Philippines.
It will be some time before anyone on the ground is able to provide a full assessment of the Philippines' infrastructure rebuilding needs now. Estimates are still changing for other major disaster reconstruction efforts around the world. The World Bank estimates reconstruction costs in Indonesia after the 2005 tsunami totaled $7 billion, while the Inter-American Development Bank estimated it would take $14 billion to rebuild Haiti after the 2010 earthquake. And this year, reconstruction costs after Hurricane Katrina in the United States were estimated at $150 billion. In the meantime, Williams' investment company, KGLI Asia, is trying to raise $5 million to fuel a ship like this one for 90 days to help house, feed, and medically treat victims of the typhoon, now left homeless. Williams is already working, trying to raise $500 million to capitalize a Philippine investment fund.
So we're actually using the Philippines there in Manila kind of as our base of operations for Asia. So we're committed, we're on the ground, we've got a full team on the ground. We're in the process of expanding that team. So we see ourselves being in the Philippines long term, absolutely.
And of course, one of the things that all of those investing in the rebuilding of the Philippines will be looking at is the question of how to rebuild the nation stronger than it was before. But it's not yet clear whether it's even possible to construct buildings that can withstand the more than 160-kilometer-per-hour sustained winds that Typhoon Haiyan forced on the Philippines. Anand?
Jessica, one question, and that is, we heard there in your report about one group trying to raise money to get a ship into the affected zone. Do we know what the status of that is?
Well, they need $5 million just to be able to put that out to sea for 90 days. They're looking at accommodating medical supplies, berths, places to sleep for some 1,500 people, and being able to get food out to them. They need $5 million to do that. They put $1 million toward that goal, and then they're trying to raise the rest from the international investment community.
Right, and we're hearing about these estimates to rebuild the affected area. I mean, rebuild it to what standard? And obviously, the damage has been so extensive, there are going to be some areas that are probably not going to be habitable again.
Well, and even as we've seen from these, from Katrina or from the tsunami in Indonesia, or especially in Haiti, where we're monitoring even more closely because there's so much foreign direct investment, rebuilding to what standard? And 3 years later, after the earthquake in Haiti, many buildings are still not reconstructed, and lots of money can get wasted in these efforts. So, the president of the Philippines will certainly be under the scrutiny of the international community to make sure that aid dollars put towards this effort get where they need to go.
Okay, thanks, Jessica. Jessica Stone there on the latest on the recovery effort in the Philippines.